Thank you very much. Just make some adjustments here. Welcome. We're ready to get started here. Welcome to our first Financial Experience Design Conference. Really excited about today. Maybe I'll give you a little insight into our strategy. The goal here for this conference, if you could do a search, you could find a conference in any city on any topic on any day, it seems like. Our goal with this was to start a very highly curated one-day, sort of come in, get a lot of value, and enjoy the day and get a lot out of it. And so this is the beginning of that process for us. We're going to talk about a lot of different themes today, themes of technology, financial well-being, lots of other things. So we really are looking forward to getting started. We are in Boston, and Boston is no stranger to financial firsts. It's the birthplace of paper money in the U.S. We've got the mutual fund, the ETF were both invented here. Also, the revolution was started here, which, if you think about it, was actually an argument over taxes, right? I mean, if you boil it all down. So yeah, we're excited to have this here in Boston, and glad that you guys could join us. My name is Mike Kirkpatrick, and I head up the financial services practice at MadPow. And I've got about a 20-year career, and in that career, it's been a combination of client side, so spent some time in the corporate world, and the second half of my career was really on the agency and consulting side. So I bring that perspective to MadPow and our approach to financial well-being. I have worked in the student loan, retirement, insurance, so across the spectrum. I did a startup within the financial services space, so across the spectrum of financial services, I've done a lot of different things over the years. And I work at MadPow, and I mentioned, I'll just talk a little bit about the agency itself. This conference, as I said, was conceived by a group of us at MadPow, and we are a strategic design consultancy. So what we do is we're often working to deliver breakthrough design thinking for our clients. So we're doing things like building apps or building websites or creating service design strategies, really helping companies just deliver better experience for end customers. So we do a lot of that for some of the best companies in the world, frankly. You can see we've got a rich experience across the financial services spectrum. We've also got a pretty deep well of healthcare experience. So this really does offer us a unique opportunity to work on a mission. We're able to really make true positive outcomes in the lives of people around the world. That's really the truth. We have that opportunity because of who we're working with and the kinds of projects that we get. So we're very proud of that. So we're here sponsoring today. We're going to talk about a lot of themes. If you have a project or you want to talk to us, we've got a booth set up. Come find me. Plenty of MadPow folks are here as well. So yeah. In prep for today, I was reflecting back on a lot of the experiences I have had over the years with financial services. And don't ask me how I found this. It was not easy. This is actually my first interface to retail banking. I remember it. I was a CD-ROM, remember those? And I remember being fascinated that I could, by the way, this is what I could do. I could see transactions, and I think I could do transfers. That's it. That was the sum total of what I was able to do. And by the way, that was amazing. I couldn't believe that this is the future. I now have access to bank. Is this safe? I remember kind of some of the emotional component of the experience at the time. And when I really think about it, I can't believe how much it's changed. My expectations now are light years away from this. And this was only about, 20 years ago. My expectations now, I think about the last time I changed banks, it was because they didn't have mobile deposits. So, which I couldn't believe. How can you not have that these days, right? So, change is a big theme, I think, today, and change is a big word. Obviously, it means a lot of different things. I am very interested to see how the financial services industry is changing, and these waves of change are coming. There was sort of the rise of digital internet and just technology basics, and now we're on to much more interesting things, which is weaving an experience together across lines of business at a single company. That's kind of that's where we're at in terms of some of the experience potential there. And that does give us an opportunity really to drive financial well-being for end consumers, which is exciting to hear, as I said. It's also a time of challenge. I think many of you are probably facing this, especially the established companies, challenged with coming out of the economic crisis, where that really cemented a lot of positions of mistrust for folks. And trust is the antidote for great experience. It's the enemy of great experience. So there's that to overcome. There's still a struggle with just having the ethos of financial well-being within an established company is a new thing. I am seeing that title. There's some focused energy on that from some of the larger companies, which is really good to hear. New emerging companies are kind of seizing this opportunity. They're not only investing in design talent, building strong design capabilities, but I'm interested that they're investing, they're challenging business models. So they're looking at products and businesses and saying, why does insurance have to work that way? Or why does retirement planning have to work that way? And inventing new app-based approaches that really reinvent a category. And that's obviously got a lot of the established companies, many of you here, nervous about that and feeling like innovation is kind of essential to survival now for many folks. So, really great examples of this in the market. There's an insurance player that's not in the US yet, but is working on a product where you can swipe on or off protection for some key gear, so your laptop or your camera, maybe before you go on a trip. Can you imagine? You can turn it on for a week, turn it off when you get back. That required some real creativity on the front end, certainly, but also within underwriting and within how policies are constructed. And a new micro transaction mindset is what was required as well. So it's a brave new world within financial services, and because technology has really come a far way here, and we've got lots of innovation happening within a lot of the fintech community and insurtech and all the other tech. It's an exciting time for sure. So today we've assembled. I mentioned the strategy, right? The strategy is let's get amazing speakers. Let's do one day chock full. So I think we delivered on that. We're really excited to bring you guys a lot of different topics. Financial services is a pretty wide net that we've cast there. And so what we try to do is have a great combination of topics, things like behavior change psychology, data science and design thinking, financial well-being as good business, blockchain, design and innovation practices, lots of other topics that you're going to hear about today. It is a packed day, but we've got 2 breaks. We have lunch, networking at the end of today, so you'll be able to grab a drink if you like and meet some colleagues. Hopefully, with the table set up, you'll be able to connect with some folks throughout the day. That's also what today is all about. One more housekeeping note, some logistics here. Many people will have questions, so a lot of these topics that we're hitting on are going to be big and interesting. If you do have a question, we're going to ask you to use Twitter as the route to funneling them over to us. So if you could use the hashtag FXD 2017, we're going to be monitoring that throughout the day for 2 reasons. One is questions, so if you have a question of a speaker, at the end of each session, we'll funnel them up to the speaker to answer. But secondly, we've got some giveaways. So we'll be monitoring all the Twitter activity from today at that hashtag. And we'll probably announce just before the breaks and the giveaway you can pick up over at our booth. So just to try to keep it a little fun, and maybe you can walk away with something beyond just the knowledge. I think that's it. So with that, I'm going to introduce our first speaker. This is Amy Cuevas. She's a colleague of mine, lucky enough to work with Amy. She's founder and chief experience officer at MadPow, and she's going to talk about purpose-driven design.